Is there any advice for somebody who's thinking about coming to Okinawa in the future?
Especially trying new foods like habashu, you know? And then on the second note, I think...
What's your background?
So I'm half Okinawan and half white American. I was born in Tokyo, but I grew up in the States, and now I currently live in Tokyo.
Have you ever been to Okinawa?
Yes. So I was born in Tokyo and I moved to the States. So in between that, I actually lived in Okinawa for a couple months. And then once I was living in the States, I used to go to Okinawa every summer.
Every summer?
Yes. So for the whole 2-month summer vacation, I would be in Okinawa. I lived with my grandparents, and I would actually go to the local schools in Naha.
How was the summertime experience in the local school?
It was pretty fun. When I was a kid, sometimes I would get frustrated because I still had to go to school. So like compared to all my American friends, like I was going to an extra month of school every single year. But looking back at it as an adult, like I'm so grateful I could do that because one, it helped me make friends in Okinawa. And also two, I think it really helped me keep like Japanese and Okinawan culture in my life.
So you still have some interactions with those who met in the Japanese school in Okinawa?
So a few friends that I was really close to, I kind of had classes with them a couple years in a row and stuff. Like I've stayed in touch with them through letters as a kid, but then now through social media. And even some people that I knew in Okinawa at school, I lost touch with them, but you know, over the years we've kind of found each other through Instagram and stuff like that. So that's been really, really cool.
So after you went to the States, you spent like more than 10 years or something in the States, right?
Yeah, I think I spent 16 years in America.
Wow. And you came back to Tokyo. What made you decide to come to Tokyo?
I used to like joke about it with my friends a lot. Like, oh, like what if I just like move back? But I never took it seriously until COVID, actually. I think Corona really changed my perspective in life. And it made me kind of just want to go for it, do what I want to do, like YOLO vibes. It kind of made me realize how much like living in Tokyo for me could be a reality.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, I'm still young, I have time to make mistakes, so I decided to move here. So far I'm loving it. I've been here for about 8 months. And overall, it's been a really good experience. And in the long run, even if it doesn't end up being an overall positive experience, I think it allows me to learn a lot about myself and to make a lot of new friends in Japan. So I'm still really happy with my choice here.
Do you still visit your grandparents in Okinawa?
So when I was growing up, I would go every year. And then in high school, it got really expensive. So I actually had to stop going for about 6 years.
Right.
And then COVID hit, but since COVID, I've been able to go a couple times. And now that I live in Tokyo, it's a lot easier for me to go to Okinawa. So each time I go, of course, part of the reason is to kind of get back in touch with my family. So I'm really excited to get to see my grandparents again.
Do you like Okinawa?
I love Okinawa. Okinawa has my heart. Even though I didn't technically ever live there, I feel like my heart, that's where my home is.
So you have Okinawa mindset?
I think I have like a mixed mindset, like Eastern, partially Western, but I really, really love Okinawan culture and the community there, and so I would love to kind of like learn more. One of the reasons why I would want to move is to learn more about Okinawan history, as well as learn more about like the traditional Okinawan culture.
Anything you don't like about Okinawa?
The humidity and cockroaches. It's so hot there, man. I feel like I just don't stop sweating. Even after I shower, I just don't feel clean because like 10 minutes later, I'm just dripping sweat.
So you can't find any cockroaches in the States?
No, there definitely are, but just in Okinawa, like I see them more. I think they're like more in my face. Yeah. My house is always stocked on those cockroach sprays, like gokiburi sprays, yeah.
So you've already spent some time in Okinawa, right? Have you faced any hardship in Okinawa?
I think I wouldn't call these necessarily like hardships. I think in general, my experiences there have been very positive, and especially a lot of Okinawan people are really fascinated by my background.
Oh, yeah.
So they're usually very kind to me, and a lot of strangers will just like approach me in the street and want to talk to me and be like, where are you from? So overall it's been good. But I think the one downfall of being bilingual sometimes is like, you know, people will talk about me right in front of me because they assume I don't understand Japanese. So as a kid, sometimes if people were, even if it's not something negative, like it just really bothered me that people would talk about me and, you know, they just, again, they assume I don't understand. But now as an adult, like it happens a lot in Tokyo as well. So it's not just like an Okinawan thing. So it doesn't bother me that much anymore. It's just kind of like whatever. Go ahead and talk about me.
So what's the best place for you in Okinawa?
Oh, my favorite spot, I don't know 100% what it's called, but I'm pretty sure it's called like Aha Falls. There was one summer where my friend had a car, and so he was able to like drive us all around the island. We got to do a lot of like nature exploring, things like that. And so Aha Falls is this place, you kind of have a mini hike, and then you get to this like lake, waterfall area, and it's beautiful. It's very secluded. It's kind of small, but it's kind of wrapped in the woods, and there's what's it called, like rope swing. So there's a rope swing that you can use to jump into the water. You can swim. The water's gorgeous, and then you can climb up the waterfall. It's like very small, so you can climb up the waterfall, and then on the top there's also like a swimming area. So yeah, me and my friends went there, I think like just once that summer, once or two times, and yeah, we went, played in the water, went up the waterfall, and there's like rocks there, so we like took naps, and it was like what I imagined to be heaven. So gorgeous. Yeah, I want to go back there again. I kind of want to gatekeep it because I don't want other people to know, but it's beautiful there.
Is there any advice for somebody who's thinking about coming to Okinawa in the future?
I would say like two things. Like one, come with an open mind, and also two, like really respect the culture. On the first topic, like I think a lot of people have an idea of like Japan or like Tokyo. That's kind of what they see on like anime and things like that. But Okinawa is going to be very different from Japan. And so different foods, different cultural and like rituals and things like that, different community, different people. So I think it's really important to just come and be open to trying new things, meeting new people, especially trying new foods like habushu, you know? And then on the second note, I think respect is really important, especially because Okinawa is like an indigenous community. It's got really special practices, and I think when you go, you know, you need to know your place as a visitor, and so respecting both the people and the practices there, even if you don't want to participate, it's really important. And respect the land, respect the ocean, don't litter, please. Yeah.
The intention of having it using an educational institution.
琉球の文化は面白いですか?
Do you think tourists are going to come here if the ocean dies?
And heritage artist.